Welcome to another episode of In the Toy Box. Today's topic is Batman movie toys, so join us.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of In the Toy Box. We couldn't be in the studio today together, so we're recording separately. And today we're going to be talking about Batman movie toys. So Matthew, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got?
Okay, well, thanks, Kevin. Today we're going to start with the first movie after many years after the television show, and we have 1989, Michael Keaton became Batman. And in front of us, we have the 1/6 scale Hot Toys version of Batman that they produced.
Love it.
I believe in 2012. He is pretty cool. I mean, he's got the leather cape, the leather outfit. I mean, the face is incredible. What I like about the movie, the Michael Keaton movie, is how the look was different. It is a much darker look in terms of the costumes. In terms of the whole atmosphere of Gotham City.
Yeah,
totally different from the television series with Adam West.
Right, it's not a cloth costume. You got more of an armor. And
right.
The toy really represents that. And that, is it like a rubbery feel to the armor?
It is rubbery. Like even when you move the arms, you can feel it like in the arms.
Yeah.
And even the chest.
Awesome.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, no spandex on this guy.
I love the Michael Keaton version of Batman. I think Michael Keaton is kind of like what I think of when I think of Batman.
Yeah. Well, he changed the look to me for what it is today. I mean, Without that, I don't think we would be here with the look, with the voice. He came out with a deeper voice. There's a lot of things that movie, made differently, and I think in a better way.
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
So, yeah. We can move on to Batman Forever.
Okay.
And we have Val Kilmer as Batman and
Chris O'Donnell as Robin. Now, the first two Batman movies with Michael Keaton, no Robin, which I kind of didn't miss Robin. Chris O'Donnell did a great job. Yeah, I get that.
But it did have a good feel, without Robin for a while. So, kind of liked it. But when I first looked at these are by Kenner, and I thought, well, it's a 5-inch figure. How good can it be? But when I looked at it more closely, the face on here, and we'll get a close-up of this after, the face-up on here looks pretty good for Val Kilmer, I have to admit.
I think it does resemble him very well.
Yeah.
That line has great artwork on the box, and also I love all the accessories that they did come out with. They had so many different types of Batman you could collect, so it was really neat.
Well, yeah, when Kenner is kind of, they did the Star Wars line, obviously, but when they did the Batman stuff, it was like Batman in every color, Batman in blue, Batman in gold. It's just ridiculous.
Ice escaped Batman. You're like that never happened in the movie, but
right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, scuba dive Batman. It was like, really? I don't remember going scuba diving. So, yeah, this is a good representation of these. And again, like you said, they produce all the accessories, the toys, the Batmobiles, the Batcaves, and stuff like that. Kenner goes all out. They do a great job.
Yeah, they're good.
So moving on with the movies, 1997, I believe, was the next one. And we have Batman and Robin.
Yes, we do.
And now it's George Clooney, if I can get these to stand. And they kept Chris O'Donnell.
Yes, they did.
So
are those the costumes that they wear in the movie? Because I don't remember Chris O'Donnell's having like a Nightwing-like look, or does he? I kind of forget.
I don't know. They did change costumes throughout the film, because when you first see Val Kilmer, he's actually wearing the Michael Keaton costume, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
And in the first opening scenes, and then this guy doesn't want to stand. And then later on in the film, they kind of update his costume. And as far as like the toys, they produce this in 3 different colors. This is the gray one. They have a blue one, and they also have the black one.
Now it's a little sparkly, if I remember correctly. It doesn't have some kind of sparkle to it. That's the toy in front of you, like the armor.
Yeah, though it's got like a metallic look almost.
Yeah, like a flake.
Even though it's rubber.
Right.
Yeah, but I like these because once we got to the 90s or 89 from the Michael Keaton movies and everything, most of the toys offered were just the 5-inch figures. And again, I know why they did it, so they could produce Batmobiles, smaller size, so you could get all the accessories in the back, even all that. 12 inches always had that problem with as far as supplying vehicles and play sets because it's enormous. But I'm so glad they went with the 12-inch version because this is the first 12-inch Batman probably since Mego in the 70s. So it was almost like a 25-year gap.
Wow. Yeah, they're awesome figures. I love the box artwork, and I like that they did the villains as well. Yep. The only one they didn't do is Bane. But they did
that's right. They didn't do him. Well, he was kind of a silly Bane.
I agree. Yeah. He was a wimp who was just pumped up full of toxins. But those are really neat figures.
Yeah, he looked like the way he was. The Bane looked was just kind of like maybe stuck with cotton. He just didn't look real to me.
Yeah. There's nothing more exciting than seeing the Caped Crusader battle on the big screen. That is, unless you own a Viewmaster from the Gaff Corporation. A Viewmaster is a binocular-like device that has a slot to accept a viewing reel. The reel is a cardboard disc that contains 14 transparent color photographs that make up 7 different 3D images. The image on one side of the disc mirrors the image directly across it on the reel, creating a pair, and when viewed simultaneously through the unit, your eyes put both images together, creating depth perception. Following the release of each Batman feature film, the Viewmaster company put out sets of reels featuring fantastic 3D images of each style of Batman that we know and love. The Boy Wonder Robin, various villains, and jaw-dropping, depth-defying scenes that can be stared at and admired in the comfort of your own home. Simply pull the lever and instantly immerse yourself in the city of Gotham. The combination of the Viewmaster system and the amazing assortment of Batman films allows you to have a personal collection of exciting images and turn what looks like an ordinary toy into an in-home 3D slideshow.
We go to the next one, which was Christian Bale.
Oh, yeah.
Was 2005. And we have...
Who's making that?
This one in front of me that's loose is Mattel.
Okay.
And behind... Yeah, they're both Mattel.
Okay.
Both Mattel figures. The one I like about this one was made in both versions. You have I got the one with the Christian Bale head. They also have it with the Batman head as well. You don't see that one as much for some reason. You would think that this one would be the rare one, but I don't know. And then this one here, Toys R Us sold tons of these. So it's something Cape Batman. He is supposed to do something. I don't know.
Cape pops out probably.
I think so. I think they're already extended already.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, it looks it.
Yeah, it looks it. But it's a basic toy figure, not bad. These don't have much articulation, but the detail is there.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same Batman behind me from NECA. Well, that version,
Right.
Yeah. And I really like that the armor and stuff that was in this movie. I thought that they really upgraded it. I like seeing him gain that, and like the tech that he has in that movie is really neat. It looks practical. Like the little hooks he has on the gauntlets, I should say, his sleeves. They're really freaking neat. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as Batman movies, and we're talking about the toys as well, but I mean, I didn't care for the 2 movies after Keaton, the Val Kilmer, and the George Clooney.
They're very cartoony.
Silly.
Yeah.
Once we got to this line, I thought the Christian Bale movies were good. I actually like them all. I like the first 2, but the last one I don't care for as much. But,
okay.
yeah, thought they did a good job.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and then moving on to the last one. Let's see, get him.
I kind of forgot there was the last one. I forgot about this.
Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Hey, that's a neat one. Is that a Barbie?
This is a Barbie. Yes,
Wow.
it is. And
That thing
I
is
mean,
sweet.
who would have guessed? I mean, Barbie would put out such a great job on the Ben Affleck Batman.
That thing is awesome.
I've seen, you know, other companies like Sideshow or Hot Toys, of course, and you know, those are expensive toys. But as far as something like this, this is a good toy, and I think the detail there is really good. So,
yeah, it looks like it's pretty posable. I can see, but it is a cloth costume again, obviously, right?
it is cloth, and it's got the rubber cowl.
Right. And it just I can see from here, it just looks like there's a lot of detail in the cloth itself to kind of give it that armor look.
Yeah,
I really like that a lot.
The packaging's pretty good too. You got, Batman on the side,
Yep.
and then on the back you got, this is from Batman versus Superman,
Yep.
and they did make Superman and Wonder Woman along with this line, so it was pretty good.
Yeah, that's very
Superman
neat.
I didn't care for as much. Superman his face looks more like a kid for some reason. But yeah.
They did a great job on the mask.
What's that?
They did a great job on the mask on that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say? There's some likeness to Ben Affleck in there? Or is it a little off?
I would say so. It's not. I would say it's good. It's not excellent. It's.
Okay.
I've seen better.
Yeah.
But overall, I think how you described it with the costume and the presentation of this particular toy, I think it works. I think even though the detail is not the greatest in the face, I think you kind of overlook that with the rest of it.
Yes. Agreed. It's really neat.
But yeah, so here we have all the Batmans from the Batman films represented.
Yeah.
And my favorite is still the Michael Keaton one. So
Keaton all the way.
yeah, and I mean that particular toy, the Hot Toys in particular, but even with other ones that I've seen, whether it be Kenner or some of the other companies that put them out, I think I just like that version. I like that version of the costume. I think his face is represented well in the cowl. It just has a great look. To me, it's like that is Batman to me. So yes. I like it.
I agree. Have you heard the saying, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery? Well, in the form of these uncanny copies, the Caped Crusader and his iconic vehicle have been paid the highest form of compliment. As of recent, I was able to obtain what I thought was a NECA Batman figure with the likeness of Michael Keaton from a second-party seller. When the toy arrived, I could tell it was anything but authentic. The clamshell packaging had a thin paper backer instead of the normal sturdy NECA cardstock. The figure itself was decent looking and even included accessories that never came with the original bona fide Batman. Out of the package, more evidence of the figure's illegitimacy came to light, revealing subpar painting and second-rate parts unable to handle minimal amounts of play. But not all knockoffs are created equal. The company Crazy Toys has modeled one of their Batman figures to look almost identical to the prestigious Sideshow Toys Batman collectible. Both have amazing detail paid to their head sculpts, costume design and material, and amount of articulation. The main differences between the body of the Sideshow Batman, it's much bulkier, and the figure itself is slightly larger. Also, the box on the Crazy Toys is small and straightforward, whereas Sideshow allows for plenty of room and padding to protect their finely tuned figure. Recognize this vehicle? If you said it's the Batmobile, you would be mistaken. This is a Thunder Pioneer, a high-speed car that more than slightly resembles the likes of the Keaton-era Cruiser. This battery-operated bump-and-go, top-fashion Titan features an excessive amount of lights, sound, and movement. It's outfitted with radical pinstripe stickers and dashboard gauges. The bat symbol stickers were an addition by the toy's owner. Even the braggadocious box displays a Gotham City-style silhouette. All these toys use the power of pop culture popularity and can create cautiousness when purchasing from an unreliable source, or sometimes leave a collector curious to see its comparability to another company's creation.
The world's wildest are here. Get them alone. Get them in the new Twirl and Twosome set. Get them in the new Wizard Trick Tray set. Get them. Wizards. The first, the real, the original Wizard.
One of the coolest things about the Batman movies is the Batmobiles.
I agree.
And with every movie, of course, they had to change the Batmobile every single time.
You got him.
So what we got in front of us is the Batmobile from Batman Returns. The only difference between this version and the one in the first Batman with Michael Keaton is it has it converts to the missile Batmobile, where he was able to escape down that narrow alley, I believe it was.
Yes. Yep.
So it's also got missiles here, which, those work. But I think if you press this button, it comes
that's
apart,
awesome.
and you've got the Bat missile,
That is so funny.
which is pretty cool. And it's a weird looking toy, but
It
yeah,
is.
it's neat. This is what was in the movie. So,
Yeah.
and of course, Batman can fit in there. And then, this is a pretty cool toy. I don't know if I want to really play around with trying to reassemble it. And this is the box that it came in, which was by Kenner.
Okay.
They did a very good job on their stuff. I think the Kenner line, they came out with the toys a year later. Toy Biz had the rights. They put out all the Batman toys. A year later, Kenner got the license and put theirs under the Dark Knight collection. And I believe their toys and their Batmobiles, I think they're greater. We have, should I say, the Justice League Batmobile. I don't think it changed from one movie to the next. I think it remained the same. And this version kind of reminds me of, like, they took, okay, let's take the tumbler and like a car and let's make it into one.
Yeah. It's like they really just morphed the original Batmobile into the Tumbler. They kind of took those two, smashed them together, and there you go.
Right.
Now this is like a bit of a dramatized version, right? Is it a little more? Is this exactly what it looked like in the movie, or is this a little more toy-like?
I believe this one's a little more toy-like.
Yeah. Well,
I've seen other versions of this of the Ben Affleck Batmobile.
Yep.
And some versions are more realistic to the film than this is.
Okay.
But it's still cool looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not bad. It's no Tumbler.
No. So who made this one?
This one was made by Mattel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now it's still a one-person, a one-seater?
I believe so, yes. Well, as far as the toy, yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember in the film if it was or not. I can't remember.
Sure.
Yeah.
And if you had to pick one, though, what would you be driving around town with?
I think I'm on board with you. I think it would be the Michael Keaton one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
if that one was taken out of the equation, then it might be the Tumbler.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think you're right, too. Well, I hope the viewers at home have an opinion, too.
Yeah. Yeah. What's your favorite Batmobile at home?
Let us know.
I must strike fear in the heart of all criminals. But first, I need to shop for a new car.
Good afternoon. I'm Bill, and here at Bill's Batmobiles, we'll find exactly what you're looking for.
Lucius Fox is on vacation, and he recommended that I acquire a new Batmobile from you.
Sure, Batman. Take a look at this 1989 version with tons of features I'm sure you'll be happy with.
The Batmobile from the 1989 movie starring Michael Keaton had changed dramatically in appearance from the '66 Batmobile created by George Barris, which will always be remembered as a classic. Kenner provides us with the Dark Knight collection featuring the new Batmobile. The toy features an opening cockpit, machine guns, and a turbine missile. For the movie Batman Returns, Kenner gives us the Bat-missile version of the Batmobile as it appeared in the movie. It separates into 3 pieces. Then Kenner produced this camouflage version just for fun. AMT's model Batmobiles are very detailed as well. There is also a 4-wheel drive Batmobile which, once assembled, runs on batteries and goes forward. Toy Biz created a remote control Batmobile with the same likeness. Hot Toys produced the 1/6 scale version of the Batmobile with an extraordinary likeness. It is most likely the best version of the 1989 Batmobile ever produced. There are lights in the cockpit, in front, and in the rear of the car, which adds to its awesome quality.
If you're not interested in that particular model, we do have the 1995 and 1997 versions available.
In 1995, Batman Forever featured a new style Batmobile. Produced by Tonka, this Batmobile features lights to reveal its engine. Toy Biz also produced a remote control version of this car. In 1997, Batman and Robin featured yet another style of the Batmobile. Toy Biz also created this remote control Batmobile, which features an open cockpit to fit one Batman figure. I would like something fast, with accessories and armor security.
Don't worry, we have you covered. We do have something fairly new called a tumbler.
Batman Begins from 2005 gives us a new Batmobile called the Tumbler. There are 2 different tumblers, before and after versions from the Dark Knight Rises 2011 3 3/4 inch line. Tyco also produced the ultimate remote control tumbler. This 1/6 version is totally awesome. The latest Batmobile from Batman vs. Superman and the Justice League combines a style from many previous Batmobiles. This version was produced for the 5-inch Mattel line.
Have you made your choice, Batman?
I've chosen the 1989 Batmobile, of course.
Excellent. In 1989, Batman was released, and alongside our cape-clad hero, we got our first taste of the big screen bad guys. Common thug Jack Napier is hideously transformed into the Joker after falling into a vat of chemicals. His smile-like scar seems to affect every aspect of his personality. He seeks his vengeance on the citizens of Gotham using Smilex, a chemical that leaves its victims to die laughing. Batman Forever introduces a disgruntled DA who changes his name to Two-Face after being disfigured by a goon with a cup of acid. He later teams up with a failed inventor who stages his death to re-emerge as the Riddler. These two join forces and with the flip of a coin leave the streets of Gotham riddled with crime. A cold wind rushes over Batman and Robin. Say hello to Mr. Freeze, a desperate doctor who falls victim to a lab accident, transforming him to a cold-hearted villain who can only survive wearing a cryogenic cold suit powered by stolen diamonds. Henry Ducard aids Bruce Wayne in martial arts training in Batman Begins, only to reveal himself later as the evil overlord known as Raj Al Ghul, who has a sincere distaste for all humanity. A masked terrorist runs rampant in The Dark Knight Rises. Bane, an overly accomplished criminal, uses Gotham sewers as his hideout and steals the camouflaged version of the Tumbler Batmobile to terrorize the town. From disfigured faces and unfortunate accidents to mental anguish and human loathing, this brief glimpse into the Gotham underworld is only a footnote on the long list of big screen bad guys.
Recently, I watched a documentary titled Batman and Bill. It details the work of a man not many people had heard of, Bill Finger. As co-creator of Batman, he was uncredited for his work for many years. The Caped Crusader and the vast Batman universe that resulted owe much to Bill Finger's creativity and talent. I've always been a fan of the Batman toys, TV series, movies, and comic books. The Batman character has shaped my life as a child and as an adult. Batman's moral character is something to aspire to and is a source of inspiration to others. Thank you, Bill Finger, for all your hard work and contribution given to the legacy of the Batman.
Well, we hope you love the Batman movies just as much as we do, and we hope you enjoyed our special in-home edition of In the Toy Box. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Matt. And thank you for joining us. And I hope we see you again.